Hey guys, this is Frozen Thing Studios here, and I'm here to review Beetlejuice. Yeah, you like my Beetlejuice impression? Yeah, I'm not gonna use this impression throughout the review, but it is a lot of fun to do. And spoiler alert, I will also do another Beetlejuice impression towards the end of the video, so keep a lookout for that. But anyways, yeah, let's get on now. This review with my normal voice. So Beetlejuice came out in the year 1988 and is directed by Tim Burton, and it stars Alec Baldwin, Gina Davis, Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Catherine O'Hara, Jeffrey Jones, Glenn Shaddix, Sylvia Sidney, etc. And so basically, Beetlejuice tells the story of a couple named Adam and Barbara who get into a car crash and they're apparently dead, but their spirits are still alive, and now they're legit ghosts, but not literally ghosts, but because they still take the form of a human, and yes, they continue living in their house, but one day, this family called the Dietz family with Charles Dietz and Delia Dietz, this unbearable and annoying couple. Well, that's not criticism because they're supposed to be annoying. And their daughter Lydia, who is kind of similar to Wednesday Adams. She's a girl. Gothic girl. Like they harass Adam and Barbara, and they pretty much try to steal the house. And so basically now Adam and Barbara must scare away the family by recruiting Beetlejuice, or as it's spelled, Betelgeuse, Betelgeuse, yeah, but Betelgeuse, but apparently it's pronounced Beetlejuice, like for real. And for real, and yeah, they hire him to help them scare away the family to get them out of the house. But it turns out that Beetlejuice is actually evil, and he actually unleashes the spirits, and now he wants to marry Lydia. So now the two families must work together to defeat Beetlejuice. So yeah, now, yeah, so as you all know, I think you probably might know why I'm reviewing this, because it's Halloween, and yes, happy Halloween to you all. Even though Halloween is just a couple of weeks later, technically this whole month is Halloween month. And yes, if you remember in my channel updates video, yes, I am reviewing some Halloween movies, and doing some Halloween related content this Halloween. And although I got other videos to do, I mean, I'm glad that I'm actually doing one of them. And I did say in that channel updates video that I was going to be reviewing Beetlejuice, and here we are, me reviewing Beetlejuice. Now, yeah, what actually got me into wanting to rewatch and review this movie this year, and this year's Halloween, is mainly because of the announcements that of Beetlejuice 2, yet a Beetlejuice sequel earlier this year. So back in earlier this year, they announced that a Beetlejuice 2 was happening, and it was going to be another legacy sequels. And it did get some mixed results. Some weren't happy that was getting that this movie was getting a legacy sequel, while others like me are very hyped for it. In fact, it's one of my most anticipated movies of 2024. I mean, not only because I'm a fan of this film, but because one of my favorite actresses is in it, Jenna Ortega. I mean, a Jenna Ortega and Tim Burton movie. I mean, you can't go wrong with that. Every time the pair works together, you know you wanna go and see it. I think Jenna Ortega and Tim Burton are one of my favorite actor and directors duo, alongside Sasek and Sean Levy. But yeah, so yeah, perfect time for me to talk about the original one. Like Now I would have reviewed this. I would have waited until next year to review this movie leading up to Beetlejuice 2, but I couldn't stop thinking about this movie. Ever since they announced this the sequel, I could not stop thinking about this movie, and so I decided, yeah, I'll just review this for Halloween because why not? And I did rewatch the movie today, and after rewatching this movie, I gotta say it absolutely holds up. Yeah, this movie really aged well. In fact, this movie probably got even better on rewatch. On rewatch, yeah, this movie got better, and yeah, I'm gonna go for saying this is my favorite Tim Burton movie now. Yep, sorry Batman, but yep, you've now been taken over by Beetlejuice as the best Tim Burton movie ever made. Period. Yeah, Tim Burton movie. Well, I now as for my thoughts on Tim Burton as a director, so he's the definition of a hit or miss director, where he makes some great works and some disasters. That disasters. His disasters includes those Disney live action remakes and movie reboots, Dumbo, Alice in Wonderland, and Planet of the Apes, and also Mars Attacks, which is one of the worst movies of the 90s, and I think it's probably my least favorite Tim Burton movie in general. Well, as of now, but yeah, I can't stand Mars Attacks. Like, it's just it's just gross and disgusting and just unwatchable. Unwatchable. But then you got Tim Burton hits like this movie, Batman Returns. Well, kind of. Kind of Batman Returns. And you got some horror classics too, like Edward Scissorhands. Like, Edward Scissorhands also I forgot what it was. Well, he was involved in Nightmare Before Christmas, but he wasn't really the director. Oh yeah, and also Big Eyes as well. Yeah, I can't mention that. But by far, Tim Burton's best work. I think a lot of you guys will agree with me, but Tim Burton's best work is easily Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday is to me one of the greatest shows of all time. Period. Yeah, I absolutely adore Wednesday. It just keeps getting better and better and better. And yeah, that's actually why I'm hyped for Beetlejuice 2, because January, you can't go wrong with Jenna Ortega and Tim Burton together. And while sometimes Tim Burton can make movies that's out of his style, like Dumbo remake being a perfect example, because Tim Burton was not the right director to direct it, because it doesn't fit his style. I mean, his style, we all know his style is gothic, creepy movies, sometimes horror, but sometimes, well, not horror, but just rather creepy. And I gotta say, Beetlejuice, to me, is a perfect example of a Tim Burton movie and a Tim Burton classic. Burton classic. This is a creepy. This has a gothic tone to it. It's creepy. It's scary at times, like a bit scary, but it's also a fun movie for the whole family, and it actually is funny. Now, I will admit that I would be lying if I will be lying if I if I say that VFX isn't outdated, because I know like a lot of people have criticized this movie for having outdated visuals, and I would kind of agree that the visuals do look a little outdated, and the visual effects are easily the weak link of the film, but this is the 80s, so I actually would forgive it. I don't think it's bad. It's just the weakest link of the film. But I do forgive it, because let's be real, this is the 80s. This is the time. This is at the time when 80s movies when 80s didn't have advanced technology. So if you don't compare the 80s, let me rephrase that. If you don't compare the visuals in this movie to modern day visuals, then it is pretty good on its own. I just don't love it. I don't love it. Yeah. But yeah. But everything else besides the visual, I absolutely love. And this is a movie that puts substance over style. Because while, I mean, the style of the visuals, the looks of it, it's not the best because it is the 80s. I think the substance is all there. The stuff is all there. And it is to me perfectly handled. And handled. And yeah, the writing in this movie is absolutely good. So good. Yeah, the writing is really good. Yeah, maybe the plot concept may not be the best on paper, but its execution is really good because the movie does have some pretty solid philosophical ideas about death and about spirits. Yeah, so there's like some. And for a family movie, there's some really deep insight and philosophical ideas that the movie actually explores very well. Very, very well. And what else is there to say? Yeah, and yeah, like the writing is actually good, and this whole story about the family who just wants to the spirits who wants to get rid of alive humans are actually like just very good. It's really good. But while I wouldn't say the story is one of the strongest aspects of the aspects of the film, I think that this plot is very good. A very good plot. And I think the dialogue is a really good, especially from Beetlejuice, which I will talk about later. And yeah, the comedy the comedy moments are a banger and actually hilarious, especially with that dinner table dance scene. Like I forget the title, but it's like one, not two, not like I forget. Not like I forgot the title of it all, but it's a very iconic song. I mean that dinner table dance scene. Wow, that is a classic comedy right there. I forgot the song lyrics. I can't really sing it, but I can't really sing. But yeah, I'll just say it's a very iconic song. So you'll need to know. I mean, man, that scene is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, and even the dance sequence, like without any iconic song, yeah, it's and even the one-liners, they're very well like told and actually kind of clever. So yeah, a lot of modern movies that tend to rely way too much on visual noise to be able to make the audiences laugh. But this right here is a perfect example of clever comedy that doesn't rely on visual noises and everyone can laugh at it. And but it's the performances and characters that truly steal the show to me. Yeah, of course. Let's start off with the title character himself, Beetlejuice. Now, like what I mentioned earlier, it is spelled as Beetlejuice, like I said, Betelgeuse. It is spelled that way, but it's actually called Beetlejuice. It's pronounced Beetlejuice either way. And apparently, yeah, fun fact, the reason why the movie is titled Beetlejuice, as in like the literal spelling, like Beetlejuice. The reason why it's spelled that is for the marketing campaign. Yeah, it's actually just a clever way to market the movie because if this movie would be titled Betelgeuse, as in like the actual spelling of the character, then it wouldn't really sell that people and that they will be like, wait, Betelgeuse, like what on earth is that? And apparently, yeah, so people wouldn't go see this movie. But Beetlejuice, I think it's a little more of an attractive title that actually got people to see this movie, and yeah, so that is a clever marketing. And I know I read a few reviews where the critic would criticize this movie for not for having a lack of Beetlejuice despite him appearing in this movie. Despite him being the title character, but I understand why, because this movie is actually about the family, and the movie is and Beetlejuice is the antagonist. Yeah, the movie It's just titled after the antagonist, and that's happened a lot of times before in movies. So it's no surprise, and I actually don't mind Beetlejuice getting a lack of screen time because every time he's on screen, yeah, he absolutely nails it. Yeah, especially with that over the top performance and him talking like this. Yeah, I absolutely love it. Yeah, Michael Keaton, gave such a banging performance, and this might be my favorite Michael Keaton performance personally. Yes, even over Birdman, over Batman, over Vulture, and most over his performance as character in Spotlight, and most certainly over Chick Hicks in Cars. Cars. In Cars. Yeah. Yeah. This is to me Michael Keaton's best role, and yeah. Anyways, guys, for those who complain about him not getting enough screen time, I predict that Beetlejuice 2 is probably gonna have more Beetlejuice in it, more screen time for him. So yeah, maybe that could maybe fans could be impressed by more Beetlejuice screen time in the sequel. So let's just hope for that. Even though if Beetlejuice also doesn't have enough screen time in the sequel, I won't criticize it because I'm sure I'll love it. And the performances from the supporting characters, particularly the humans and the spirits, are also very good with Alec Baldwin. One of his better performances, but I think that Agent Huntley from Mission Impossible Rogue Nation of Fallout would be my favorite Alec Baldwin role. And as well as the Departed is also better than this one, but this is one of his better roles. And also Gina Davis, don't know much about her, but she's great in this. And Catherine O'Hara, who is known to play Kevin's mother in Home Alone, she was very good in this one, and I prefer Beetlejuice over Home Alone in my opinion. But to me, the standout, the best character in the movie, and the best performance. And yes, as much as I can now rave about Michael Keaton's performance as Beetlejuice all day and the character himself, he's not the best character. He's my second favorite. My favorite character in this movie and would be Winona Ryder as Lydia Deetz. Yeah, I think y'all know that Winona Ryder was in Stranger Things, and she is in my top 10, maybe even top 5, but just maybe favorite Stranger Things characters. Yeah, I think this movie was actually the reason as to why Winona Ryder got the Stranger Things role because of how well she does it in creepy movies. And although she was just a teenager, in this movie. She I mean, this is just perfect for a breakout role. Yeah, this is probably one of the best breakout performances I have ever seen. A breakout. What I mean by that is actors, have in their first time, their very first role. Yeah, that's what I mean by that. And yeah, what a perfect debut performance for Winona Ryder. And I gotta say that both Joyce Byers and Lydia Deetz would be tied as my favorite Winona Ryder performance. But if I were to choose one among the two, I'd give the slight edge to Joyce Byers because of how much of a Stranger Things fan I am. Y'all know it's my favorite show of all time. And yeah, I'm more of a Stranger Things fan than a Beetlejuice fan. Like, that ain't a question. But I absolutely love Lydia. I love how heartwarming. I love how she's kind of like the heart of the film. I love her kind-hearted nature and compassion, and I love how similar she is to Wednesday. And honestly, I actually prefer Lydia Deetz over the Wednesday in the original Addams Family '90s movie. The one, the one in the original Addams Family movie. But yeah, not as good as obviously not as good as Jenna Ortega's Wednesday Addams. Yeah, but yeah, I love her. I love her in this one. But yeah, anything else to say? Oh yeah, shout out to Danny Elfman's score. Yeah, I'm a massive fan of Danny Elfman. He's in my top 10 favorite composers, and I love how Danny Elfman just loves to compose these creepy movies and gives off these creepy vibes to it, and I absolutely love it. Although, yeah, I'd say that Danny Elfman's best score to me would be in Wednesday. Well, did he compose Wednesday? Let me think. Did did he compose? Yes, Danny Elfman composed Wednesday. But yeah, I do think Danny Elfman yeah, is better than Wednesday. Wednesday is my personal favorite from him, and I know people would say Spider-Man 2 is his best score. No, it's not really. I mean, it's up there, but not as good as Wednesday to me. And also, if you guys remember my top 10 favorite composers list on Instagram, I actually would. I placed Danny Elfman only at number 10, but actually, I put him on much higher in the list now because on reflection, I think he doesn't deserve to be just a number 10. He deserves a bit of a higher spot, but not as high as top 5 because there are superior composers out there. But this is a stable example of how Danny Elfman can really capture that creepy and gothic feel of its respective movie. And I can't wait to see his score in Beetlejuice 2. And speaking of gothic and creepy feel, yeah, there are some creepy moments in this film. And I mean, a few moments where I actually got jump scared by it. Yeah, so yeah, this movie actually does take risks for a family movie with its inclusion of jump scare from its outdated CGI aliens. They're still monsters. They still look very scary though, despite being a bit outdated. And not to mention, there is even an F bomb in this movie. Yep, a PG family movie and a PG family movie. Beetlejuice said an F bomb in one scene. Yeah, wow. I honestly like when I was rewatching this movie and I heard Beetlejuice say that F bomb, I was like, oh no, that I definitely heard it wrong. I don't think I've heard him say the F word, but later on, when I was watching some and reading some reviews of it and doing some further research, yeah, it is true that Beetlejuice actually did say the F word. So yeah, for a PG family movie, I mean that is a something. So overall, Beetlejuice is an absolute classic, and it is my personal favorite Tim Burton movie. Even though I think Beetlejuice 2 could potentially top it as Tim Burton's best movie, and yeah, and though nothing can top Wednesday as Tim Burton's best project, not even a Beetlejuice movie. So, and yeah, this is my second favorite movie of 1988, second only behind Die Hard. And yes, guys, unpopular opinion, I prefer Beetlejuice to. No, I prefer Beetlejuice over Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yeah, I put this movie over Who Framed Roger Rabbit in my best movies of 1988 list. And yeah, this is such a perfect movie to watch for Halloween, and I'm glad I got to review this movie for Halloween, for as part of my Halloween reviews. So yeah, with that said. Arger Beetlejuice, 5 stars out of 5. Best Tim Burton movie ever. So also for my review of Beetlejuice, what are your thoughts on Beetlejuice? Is this your favorite Tim Burton movie, or is it not right up there as your favorite Tim Burton movie? But although I'm sure most of you still like it, or do you find Beetlejuice to be overrated? Comment down below, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and stay tuned for more videos to come. Stay tuned for my review on the Goosebumps movies leading up to the new Goosebumps show, and my horror, my quick reviews of the recent horror movies in the last 2 months. I still need to see a few of them, specifically Nun 2 and Exorcist Believer, and I'll get to that. I'll get to that quick horror movie review. So yeah, bye guys.